Say you wanna. Say you want, so.
And you don't see orientation is locked, rotate back on your end?
No, that don't show up on our end. They just telling you because you're the streamer, but it don't show up on our end. See somebody going, so that's just
oh yeah, I just seen it, yeah. Okay, whatever. Or should I go back? Should I make it talk the regular way?
If you don't want that to pop up,
Mm,
what you want to do?
we can keep it like this.
Okay.
We can keep it like this. This keeps showing me orientation is locked. I don't know what that means, but whatever. So how many people on share? It's showing 0. When you in my hut, you know what's up. Let your mind be free, ring like your body, jump, jump, a little higher, jump, jump until you get tired. How's your body? How's your body? Do you know that? I'll house you. Don't you know that? I'll house you. You in my hut now. Don't you know that? It's showing nobody on. When you in my hut, you know what's up. Let your mind be free. Ring like your body, jump, jump.
This is one person.
If that one person is on and didn't like, then they are not for me. Because they can like, who does that? Like, who does that? Like, who does that? How's your body? How's your body? Y'all, that song was showing one person on, so I'm talking to that one person. Are you on Yes Shay? Okay, that was you that just like. Okay. Yeah, it's showing nobody on, but if my daughter on and one person like and it's 0, then somebody on. Yeah, I was thinking about that song all day because what happened was that song is remind me of 1989. Remember I told y'all now I used to go out to clubs. I used to go out to clubs at a very young age, right? I lived like a rock star at one point. And what had happened was I used to tell my brothers, my brothers ain't never want me to go out, right? And I'm like, I'm going, y'all. I'm going to be right behind y'all. And they like, no, you too young. You like 11, 12 years old. I'm like, I'm going. And my brother, the dark-skinned one, he's the socialite, right? So he knew anybody and everybody. So I used to follow along behind him. 12, 13 years old. So I'm going to clubs, right? I'm in clubs, right? So I called my cousin one day. One of my, well, she's still my favorite cousin. We just, we don't communicate. You know how it is. Just everybody just go their separate ways, right? Still got love for me, and all that. All my family, all my cousins love me. I told y'all, one of my aunts passed away, and everybody was getting up there saying they Lord, what they remember that my aunt, our aunt died. Soon as I gets up there, everybody run, everybody crying, everybody can't take it, right? So, God bless my aunt. So I'm like, from my cousins my age that grew up with me all the way down to the 15, 16, 17-year-olds, right? So I'm like, why did y'all run out crying, carrying on? He was like, cause I'm just not used to you, I'm used to you being this bubbly person. And yes, they have seen me, with in sad moments and stuff like that. But just to hear you get up there, I tell y'all, my family loves me, okay? Everybody was getting up there, like it was crazy. And then I took some friends with me, right? And they like, look at you, got your whole family emotional. And I remember we went to that repast, and my cousin had all these girls with her, right? All her friends, co-workers and stuff. And they was like, who is she? They told my cousin, who is she? I didn't make sure I wasn't nobody important or something, right? And my cousin was like, why? They said, because when she got up, everybody was, talking. Listening to the person talk and give their speech. But when she got up, y'all just freaked out and started running out like y'all can't talk. From my aunts, that's still here, to my cousins, it was crazy for me, right? So let me tell y'all something. The evildoers that's watching, y'all may see me just minding my business, going, coming, not associated with nobody. But my cousins love me, y'all. So my family though. But get back to what I was saying. My cousin, so we was young, right? And she was like, I said, yo, you got to go out. You gotta go out. It's like that world, like, I loved it, right? So I take her out for the first time, right? Of course, my mother and them don't know that we out. So I take her out for the first time, and she says, the song came on, I'll House You. What is it? Jungle Boys, 1989. You in my hut now, don't you know that? I'll house you. I'll house you, right? So every time I hear that song, and it came on a day when I was working out, so I think of my cousin. They put her in that hut. She like, Shanika, help! Mind you, we 12. I was 12. She was 13. We wasn't used to that stuff. Well, she wasn't used to the stuff. I was, right? And I'm like, just dance, because it was like, so a hut is. If you don't know, y'all just coming on, I was talking about back in the day when I used to go to clubs. I told y'all, my younger day. And my brothers they didn't want me to come, right? They ain't never used to want me to come. My Dawson brother, he did socialite. They didn't want me to come, but I used to go anyway. So I went, I had so much fun. I was telling my cousin, my close cousin at the time, which we still close, but we was just like this. And I was like, you gotta go to this club. You have to go to this club. So she goes, but of course we ain't tell her mother because they wouldn't have let us go. We was young. My mother ain't know. And the song came on, the Jungle Boys, I'll House You, right? And it say, you in my hut now. Don't you know that when you in my hut? You know what's up. Let your mind be free. Ring like your body jump. A little. So they put my cousin in a hut. And if you don't know, if you watch the video, it's like a lot of boys just come surrounding you, right? So they surround my cousin and just put her in this, like you couldn't see her. It was like 20 boys just over, like in a hut, right? And she's like, Shanika, help! So I'm like, where you at? I said, just dance, right? That was a good old time. So she was so scared. I'm like, just dance. And they, and then once she started dancing, and then it's the like bring it on down, and I got in a little hut and danced with her. But that was, man, they was good old times. Good old times. Bring it on down. Needless to say, I don't know who my youngest aunt told her mother, because we told one of my cousins, my youngest aunt daughters, we went to a club and she used to run and tell everything, right? Thanks, daughter girl, because I know that you giving me the hey nurse, ER nurse. Hey girl. And I was telling them about when I took Booby to the club, and needless to say, the cousin that we never used to take places, that always would cry because she wanted to hang with us and we wouldn't let her hang with us, told my aunt that I took her to a club. Then she called my mother, because Shanika too grown. She is too grown. She taking her to some club. And oh, well, thank you. I said, let me come in the house, because as I was driving yesterday, and yesterday wasn't like really a good day for me, but as I was driving yesterday, I had, it just popped up in my head. They really probably think you living in a car somewhere. So y'all can see I'm home. I'm home. And, but those was the good old days, y'all. I stays in those memories. You hear me? I stay in those memories. And I just advise anybody to just think about the old days, you know, because those was the fun times. And I look at my daughter era, right, this era now, and I'm like, they really don't have no fun. Like, they really have to go out to have fun. Think of that, guys. Like, this generation have to go out. They have to travel to have fun. Like the cousin I'm just talking about, she's over, and I think she went, so her brother on her father's side got married, right? She's the only child on my aunt's side, but her brother on her father's side got married, so he got married outside of the country. And he, like, what, late 30s, he didn't even want to get, married here. It's like, I feel sorry for this generation. It's like when we was coming up, we had so much fun. Like, we had so much to do. And I look at my mother, I used to love hearing about her stories and stuff coming up. And it's just like, I remember listening to her stories at 19, 20, and it seemed fun. Like, dang, I wish I could just go back in y'all times and just be with y'all. That's how much fun they had. The whole stories where they could leave their door open all night. They would sit on the steps from wee hours in the morning. Well, we got a little bit of that, coming up. Everybody would sit on the stoops in the early 90s. And, so like, they don't have nothing to do. And I'm not just talking about Baltimore. I'm talking about any city, you go to. It's like everything, well, I'm going to say any inner city. Everything is just like dead. People, like my daughter's age and stuff, they be planning to go out, like, to go out of town. We used to go out of town because we wanted to, not to go and have fun. Because, like, it's crazy. Like, we had so much to do. And, but yeah, I was just thinking about, I was working out off of Jungle Boys. Yeah, I think it's Jungle Boys. But I was just thinking, let me tell you, every song, from slow song to fast song, I can tell y'all a story. But needless to say, that day, we got punched. My mother called herself saying we can't go nowhere but on the step, and we sat on the step for like 5 hours, and we was gone after like 5 hours. But after that, we just still was going out, but just stopped telling my aunt, and telling my cousin stuff, because she was running and telling my aunt. But after that, let me tell you, I introduced her to the nightlife today, and she age 50 now, right? Today, she goes out every weekend. To this day, my cousin go out every weekend, right? Like, I introduced her to the nightlife, and she cannot stop going out. And I never forget. I was going to say but at age 12, 13, and every day, she one of those ones after work, she'll go to after hour. Like, she cannot stay out of the club. I'm talking about my cousin, daughter girl. You know who I'm talking about. But she's out of town now, but she cannot stay out of the club. And I'm like, dang, I created a monster. Cause after that, it was just, that was it. She was outside. But yeah, I can't believe I was just hanging in clubs at such a young age. Like I had seen on, the day before yesterday, my daughter had sent me this link of this lady, and you probably seen it. Let me tell y'all, I be in my own world. Look up Taurus, definition of a Taurus. I be Taurus. But anyway, my daughter had sent me this link of this lady, and y'all know, because she had like millions of views, and she had went down to hell, like had a dream. She said it wasn't a dream. She said it was real life. She went down to hell and she saw Biggie, right? And she saw Biggie. I believe her. And when she saw Biggie, y'all gotta watch it. Look up the lady who saw Biggie in hell. Y'all, I believe that lady. But leading up to her, getting saved and all that, she was talking about her songs, right? And it put me in a mind of so much of me when she was like, her song was Biggie Give Me One More Chance remix. That wasn't my song, but I think of like my daughter put it on for me. Like if I say I'm going and take a nap or something like that, she'll put the song. She don't want me to take a nap, she'll put the song on. And my song, y'all, was not I mean, I told y'all I'll play nothing but Hot Boys, Cash Money, nothing but their albums, their whole albums. Like I would let it play. And 400 Degrees to Guerrilla Warfare, all that. But my favorite song was Hot Boys by Missy Elliott, Lil Mo, and Eve, y'all. So I relate to that woman when she used to be in the club like, oh Biggie, give me one more. That was a really good interview. I don't know, I forget her name, but if y'all, thank you, daughter girl, for the hearts. But if y'all could just punch in, and she like really light, high yellow, punch in the lady who saw Biggie in hell. A very, very like interesting story, amazing story. I believe her 100%. And then she was telling the man, the guy who was interviewing her, how Jesus looked. I'm like, that I remember closing my eyes one day, and that vision was the same vision I had of Jesus. So I believe that lady. I believe her. And but she was like, that was her song. She got the dancing right up. She's like, that was my song. I said, look, I can relate, right? But yeah, that was my song. Hot Boys by, let me say, matter of fact, y'all, I'm always reminiscing. Look. Look, so I remember back then, right, when my homegirl would call me and be like, come on, let's go out. And I'm like, I don't feel like it. No, I don't feel like it. Y'all, they would call me and had that just playing in my ear. What year was that? What year that came out? I think that came out in 1999. What a time. What a time, y'all. They play that in my ear. I'm like, okay, I'm going out, because they knew they was gonna play it in the club, and I just switched. That song came on, Missy, and that was my song. That was my song. And this club I used to hang, and at the time, they played it so much when I got there. They used to say, I'm not playing it until she walk in. I'm not playing that song until she walk in, because if they played it already, I'm going to ask to play it like 4 more times. But yeah, that was my song, Missy Elliott, Hot Boy. So I remember, so I understand how that lady felt. She was like, that was my song. Yep, guys, those was the days. Baltimore don't owe me not a thing. Not a thing. So I hope all is well. It's just showing 2 people on and 2 people like. I'm happy with that. I know my daughter is on. Um, and if it's really 2 people on, because I know the government is watching me. I know they're on, but daughter girl, is this showing 2 people on your end? I ain't say give me hearts. I said it on. I said the 2 people on your end. How many people it shows on your end? It shows 2 people. Hi, boy. Hey, baby, you got what I want. You can make me satisfy. Oh, she said 4 show 2. That's great say. Y'all see I ain't got no shirt on. Y'all, I'm telling you. I was not gonna go live. I tell y'all, I said, well, I did tell them I was gonna go live with y'all. I did not feel like it. My brothers was over today. One of them is still here. One of them left already, but I was like, well, I did tell them I was gonna go live. Let me just go live. It was a struggle because I be touring, y'all. I be touring, and let me tell y'all, I said, you know what? When I finish this live, I'm going straight and finish my video because I definitely I'm not going to be content until I finish my Shirley Raines video, and then I want to do the video for to let y'all know what I found on Twitter. Y'all gonna be shocked. Stay tuned for that one. Stay tuned for that one. Gonna blow your minds. But y'all guys, I just wanted to come on here and say, oh, so yesterday, yeah, it wasn't, and let me tell y'all, remember I told y'all, right? Remember I told y'all I'm one of those girls who like always had a, a smooth life, right? Thank God. Always had a smooth life, and remember I told y'all that when I did have bad days, you would never know. When I did have bad days, you would never know. And I used to say this stuff on Twitter, like, and the bad days always came from like like people, right? It never came from me. It always came from people, right? And not even, like not even my daughter. Like I'm so thankful my daughter, great kid, never gave me trouble, but my days when I didn't have a good day, just hearing about a loved one that's not having a bad day, that'll take me and put me in a like, one of those groggy days, because who wants to see their loved ones having a bad day or sad about something or got hurt about something, right? So I don't know what my daughter's saying. So I had so yeah, yesterday, like hearing my cousin saying, and I know, like I told y'all, she's not a cousin that I always talk to, my uncle's child. So last time I talked to her at the funeral, she was like, yeah, we got that. We getting that. We requested that. So I'm like, all right. She told me how long it was going to take. So to know that she didn't even get an autopsy, she did not get an autopsy for her dad. That just took me under. I'm like, so we will never know how my uncle passed away. And then it's like, he a grown man. He wanted to go over my cousin's house. I'm like, okay, I shouldn't have to say, okay, he wanted to go and spend the weekend over there. Should I, I don't think I should have been like, no, you can't go. Like, he's a grown man, but. So that took me under, and then it was just like hearing that story. That kind of like, that lifted my spirit up. I did go pray for that lady and got her something nice. that lift my spirit up. But hearing how just resilient black women, I mean, you know, you got this little boy that thinks the best of his mom, right? The fact that he look at her, and I watched that live over. I know in the beginning I said, you know, they don't make much, and then I'm like, well, you got to make something. That's her only job, right? You know, and the fact that the son really thinks highly of his mother, that she works for DoorDash. Man, gosh, boys are so cool. I keep telling my, don't y'all know I got adoption pay, like I can adopt like right now. And I'm really thinking about it, y'all. I am really thinking about, like, kids are just so cool. Oh gosh. Like, he thought the nurse met his mom from DoorDash doing her job. Like, that was just too cool. But that just lifted my spirit up. But then it just seeing how, I don't know why I said that the mother worked at DoorDash and the I don't know. But the son just thought so highly of her. So it gave me a good feeling, but it just made me like, black women are so cool. Like, we're just amazing beings. Amazing. Like, resilient. And I'm talking about us regular people of the world, not them slutty people in Hollywood in the industry, not the slutty Jezebels. No, I'm talking about real everyday women who make this world go round, you know, who's out here doing labor, you know, working, making the world go round. And you know, where would this world be without working class people? Not somebody like Cardi B who get behind a booth with that heavy tongue. Nothing with the meat, nothing dirty, no, not her. And I hate when she say I'm working. Like, girl, you're not working. You're not getting me. Girl, oh, I hate it. I hate when she say, I'm going to work and her heavy tongue. Like, that is not work. Getting behind a counter, a booth, and singing raps that somebody wrote for you is not working, girl. You're not making America go round. I can't stand when she say I gotta go to work. My kids know I gotta go to work. Like, stop. Oh gosh, that is not work. I said, let me tell y'all, these celebrities are so crazy and so unhinged. Just like somebody today came under my, I really think it was whatever, but they came under my old Rihanna video, right? My old Rihanna video. Oh, look, y'all, I just, speaking of hair, right? I just got my hair. Look, I'm advertising. I was like, oh, this is my birthday hair, y'all. Y'all, I told y'all I don't wear wigs. I don't like wigs. You never gonna see your girl in a wig. But I was like, I'm gonna wear my hair. I ain't gonna show y'all what kind of hair it is. I'm just like, y'all see it. But it's you know, wax. It's not a wig. It's wax. So your girl don't wear no wig. I think that is so unattractive. How these girls be having on wigs is not girly. And then they be like, I'm in my soft girl. Girl, if you was in your soft girl, you would not be pulling off a wig like a daggone trans. Stop. But yeah. Look, throw it on the floor. Plus, I gotta wash it too. It just came today. I gotta wash it, you know, get the germs off. But it's, you know, it's somebody else's hair, but it's a very expensive hair. But yeah, it's gonna be it's very thick. It's very thick. I don't like all that shiny stuff. It's very thick. And how I'm getting it is going to be my hair texture. So it's gonna be my hair texture. But yeah, I wanted to do something different for my big 5-0. 5 to the Yep, guys. I was excited for my little hair. I ain't wear hair in so. I mean, y'all see I wear like little ponytail stuff, but tracks, get my hair like the weave like sold in. I ain't do that in years. So yeah, guys. But yeah, speaking of hair, this girl came under my Rihanna old video and was like, first of all, I'm like, it's no way. I said, even as that is a bot. That's my ice machine, y'all. Either that is a bot or another celebrity. Because this day and time, or a really, really young girl who I feel like don't have no direction, don't have no person at their house, in their, circle to tell them right from wrong. And it's just it's either a celebrity or just a female that very blinded and not woke yet, because I cannot accept that people is still defending these celebrities. And don't get me wrong, I know it's people that still like celebrities. It's people that still like celebrities, still glow those celebrities. I was once there, loving everybody. I was once there, so I understand. But even if, right, just say even if I was one of those ones that didn't wake up yet and didn't know about, how wicked they are, I don't think at this point, right, and I'm still liking all of them, right? I don't think at this point I would be defending them, though. You see what I'm saying? I probably would be backing up from liking stuff. I'd probably be still following them, but looking at them side-eye now, keeping everything quiet, right? Keeping, not saying no more, oh my goodness, you give me life. Oh my goodness, you is the truth. Oh my goodness, I love you so much. I blessings to your family, all that. Like, I wouldn't be doing that. You see what I'm saying? So, and that, I wouldn't be doing that. But yeah. But I'm so glad I'm so glad that experience happened to me. Whereas y'all. But somebody comes up there and say, ma'am, call me ma'am, right? She said, ma'am, Rihanna hair she was going through postpartum. So I said, okay, a lot of people said that in the comments, and it got a lot of comments. So I just said, a lot of people said that in the comments, and I would just suggest that you do yourself a favor and read the comments, and you'll understand that wasn't even my point when I did the video, right? So she says, ma'am, I read your, she did it today. Go look at the most recent. Go look. Ma'am, I read these, no, she wanted to be argumentative, because I said, go read the comments, right? Ma'am, I watched your video, and I saw and I heard where you said, don't buy hair from Taraji, Rihanna, Beyonce. I goes back under there, and it's still up if she didn't delete it. I said, first of all, since you want to be argumentative, I'm going to explain to you like I explained to so many other girls on these under these comments. I did not say, my point was, okay, she may have went to postpartum, but why rush to sell these black women, to sell this product, right? If you know your hair is chewed up, you're gonna wait. Don't just throw it out there because they want your money. These celebrities just want your money, ma'am. Okay? Just wait. Rihanna could have waited, and I said this so many. I said it so many because so many people came defending her with her postpartum. I said if Rihanna wanted to sell natural hair products, right? The thing to do, common sense. If I was in Rihanna's shoes, I would have said, you know what, my hair is falling out. I would have told my team, just put a halt on that. Let's pause it for a minute. Let's get my hair to a healthy state. But the fact that she came to her launch party with chewed up hair with a big bald spot in it, unacceptable. No. No, you're not gonna have me take up for her or say no, I understand. I'm actually looking out for y'all. Think about it. I'm looking out for the people who's buying to say, wait a minute, you're right. She sells, just try to get y'all money. Just wanted y'all money. She didn't care because she know y'all black people, women was going to buy it. She didn't care about that big bald spot. And like I said, she looked so, when she was taking pictures at that launch party around them beautiful black women with natural hair, you can see her. And a lot of y'all may not get it, you know, might not see it, probably look at it now and still don't even see what I say. But she was shrinking, like she wasn't confident at all, right? And even in one of the videos, somebody said, you know, what makes you I don't think I put it. I was trying to find it. If it's not in there, because I couldn't find it, but I remember it very vividly. They said, what hairstyle makes you confident, Rihanna? She said, any type of long hair that swooped in my face. Oh, I love, and if she watches, she said, she knows, she said, any long hair, I love a long weave that just comes around in my face and I gotta keep doing like this. Like, why didn't you just put out tracks? You could have sold tracks. I even said that in one of the comments, like, Rihanna could have sold y'all tracks. She could have opened up a whole hairline, Fenty weave. You see what I'm saying? But she sold that hair care line because she know that is the number one money maker for hair. Just trying to get your hair to grow. Black women just trying to make their hair grow. You see what I'm saying? So she just threw it out there, didn't care. I don't care if I got this bald spot. Them niggers is gonna still buy it. Them dummies are gonna still buy it. Y'all better wake up. I said, this cannot be a real person. People are, and I'm doing a video looking out for them. So again, to all the people because that was the number one comment, and I was shocked that somebody commented today when I'm like, wait a minute, this video is so old. So again, that wasn't my argument. I'm saying if she was going through postpartum, she could have waited until her hair grew. Okay, she could have waited until her hair grew, or she could have just said, you know what, tell her team, I want to put out a hair care line. Let's try that. Let's try, not a hair care line, a weave. Let's try weaves and hair and tracks and wigs, because that's what she wears. She still wear that today, while y'all still reeing up on her hair care products. Her hair probably still on her, and if you ask me, I still don't believe that she was going through postpartum, but that's just my opinion, okay? I still don't believe she was going through postpartum. Hair probably still chewed up. Like, bye. Go ahead with that. But yeah, guys, and if that person is on to anybody who follows these celebrities and glow over these celebrities, why are you here? This channel is not it. This channel is not it. And don't get me wrong. No, I ain't gonna say it. I'm gonna keep it to myself. Yeah, daughter girl. So let me tell you, I raised a beast, okay? She know. My daughter will get banana, avocado, and honey in a minute and make some conditioner. She'll get some African soap in a minute, because that's what we use on our hair. African soap and our own homemade. And when we want to switch it up, we get tea bags. We want to make, like for me, when I told you I was trying to get my hair in a healthy state, that's all I did was just put some flax seeds strengthen your hair. Guys, flax seeds, buy some flax seeds. You know, the same flax seeds you put in yogurt. I be teaching y'all some stuff. Look at it. Look, I tell you, I be teaching y'all some stuff. Y'all get some flax seeds, the same flax seeds you put in your smoothies, right? Your oatmeal, your yogurt. And I bought a big old box. big old container. I had that for like 4 years. It's probably expired, but it still worked good. I still put it in my smoothies and all that, oatmeal and all that. But what I'm saying is, y'all do that. And get y'all some flexi. Y'all want strong hair. Strong. Like, when you pull it, when you comb it, nothing come out. Get y'all some flex seeds. Broil it. You need just a tablespoon. Just a tablespoon will go a long way. Boil it, wait, strain them seeds out, and I always reuse it. So I put that same teaspoon in the freezer because it turns jelly, it turns jammy, right? Like depending how much you put. I just want mine to be. I don't want mine to be like hard, thick. You know, I just want like a soft, like a very thin consistency. Put it in my hair for like 2-3 hours. Your hair will get strong. Try it. Stop buying this stuff. And Taraji too. Hair chewed up. Well, last time when I showed that video, I haven't seen her in so long. Last time I saw her come down my timeline of anything. Look, let me shut up before they start putting her in my algorithms. But last time I saw her, when I showed that video, and I was like, let me record this. This look amazing. No, I take that back. Last time I saw Taraji was when she had on all white. She looked very unsettled, and she was saying that she praises ancestor, right? And I'm like, what is going on? Where she looked very weary, very unsettled. I'm like, when last time I saw her on The View, y'all know I used to be a fan of Viagra. I'm not supposed to say, girl, y'all know that's my favorite. I had a big old poster. Let me tell you, I was fooled. I was bamboozled. I was hoodwinked. But I kept that poster in my basement. That's the story behind that. But that's tore up in pieces. And I tore that up, smashed that down before I even left Twitter. But guys, if y'all drink soda, look, I just be promoting stuff. If y'all drink soda, like my daughter got me onto these, it's like it's a water, but it gives you that it tastes like a soda, you know. So this is what I switched over to once I stopped drinking sodas, because truth be told, you know, those days when I used to walk around a track and stuff before I got my hydrotherapy colon procedures, right? I still used to have one soda. I went from like drinking 2 sodas to 1 soda, and then I went down to a can. But the thing is, I still was drinking sodas. This gives you that soda taste, but it's water. Really good. It's a sparkling water. That's all. A sparkling called spring water. It's really good. My daughter get these. She get them for me, but they are really good. So that's when I want something like acid, you know, I drink this. Yep, guys, and yeah. I said, let me come. Yo, who? And I don't know. Again, I don't know why I was thinking. It just popped up in my head. I be thinking crazy, right? As soon as I hit live yesterday when I was driving in my car, I said, you know what? They probably think I'm homeless. Let me go live, right? So I'm here. I said, let me go live in my home. So I'm here. God is good. God is good. I just be relaxing. Just relaxing, spending time with my brothers, and you know. But yeah, I was working out today, reminiscing, listening to you know, that song "Our House." You thinking of my cousin? Like, how Shanika? How she was so scared. You know who everybody says she looked like? My cousin when that song first came out, and she looked it just like the. Everybody said, "Oh my God, you seen that video by Tevin Campbell? You look just like the main character." That's how she really looked like that growing up, you know. Yeah, she looked just like that little main character, just like the song "Can We Talk for a Minute," and that main character that Tevin Campbell had as his girlfriend. That's how my cousin that I'm talking about now looked at when I took her out to a club. And she was so scared. I'm telling y'all, I lived a fast. My life is like a rock and roll. Such fun times. Such fun times. And I remember one of my homegirls, I took out to this club, and she wouldn't stop going. I would go all the time. Like we was from the West. So at this girl I met, I was from all over, East, West. I know not too many people I don't know, right? But was from the East and moved to the West, and I met this girl, and let me tell y'all something. I lied to y'all or not. I know it sounds crazy. Well, she was already going out, but I said, you gotta come to this club on the East Side, right? You gotta come to the East Side club. So I took her to the East Side club, and she got so addicted. And I would meet my cousins and them there, right? And I stopped going. But she would beg me every day, every Friday, like, please go. Why you don't go? I said, look, So she like, please go, please. I said, you got my cousins and them know you. I don't go out no more. Look, this is what, 2001, 2002. It was like, I don't go out no more. And she literally stopped calling me. Mind you, she had friends. I introduced her to my friends and cousins. She had friends she introduced me to, and they would go out before she met me. But literally, guys, she got so upset with me from like 2 months straight. Every Friday, I'm like, nope, I ain't going. She stopped calling me. Maybe like just before the summer end. I'm like, what's up, girl? Wait. She's like, oh, January I'm going to move. I said, move where? I'm going to North Carolina. I said, why? She said, because of me. She said, because you just do too. Like, how you just going to stop going out? I tell y'all no lie. Up to the day, I have not heard from this girl. This was in 2001, 2002. No, it was 2001. Yeah. Because that song, Hot Girl, that was my song, right? And, yep, she was like, I'm getting ready. She moved to North Carolina. And I had a Facebook page. I friend requested, right? This, y'all know, this is before I deleted my Facebook in 2012. I have no more Facebook. And I found her on Facebook, and I hit her up. And she's like, oh my goodness, hi, hey, how you been? And I'm just like, wow. Yeah, but it just wasn't the same, I'm like, you still be coming to Baltimore? She's like, no. And her mother wasn't from Baltimore. Like, they came here for like 4 years and then just went back. Her mother went back before she did. And she's like, she's, I guess, stopped being with me. I made her have a born. Like, I cannot make this stuff up. I told y'all, like, this girl literally, I told y'all, I the life of the party. But she, this girl literally moved to North Carolina because I stopped going out. Yeah. I'm just thinking, like, one day when they see my page, right? My friends and family, because mind you, my cousins, they don't know, but I know they're going to be so shocked. And my cousins, they probably be very angry, like angry at why, like they would really, of course they would be shocked, but they are going to be, because I'm sure I'm not going to stop until I get some answers. Like, I'm not going to stop until I get some answers. I don't care if they don't write me in a certain amount of time. Guess what? I'm going to keep writing them. I'm not going to stop. But I was just thinking, like, wow, my cousins are going to be more angry. Upset after the confusion go away, after the why, and they're going to be more angry. Like, how dare y'all do this to my cousin? But I just don't want to tell them, And I'm just I'm one of those girls who, I don't need to know me. You just gotta know me. I'm not one of those ones that just go and tell, especially something like this, right? But when they hear about it, they'll hear about it. But what's most important, my immediate family knows, right? My immediate family knows, and yeah. Even my homegirls, like they're gonna be so confused, but they're gonna at the same time they're gonna be like, look, I'm glad it wasn't when we was out and about, cause they so ghetto. But yeah, guys, it's crazy. I don't know. Even like, don't know, but the people who even text me, even remember I told y'all the lady who be praying for me and stuff. She don't know. Remember I told y'all she was like she called me like in desperate measures, like call me, like why are you on my mind like this? You give me a call, please. She don't know. Nope. I'm just one of those ones that just, I don't know. Look, and it made me think of this girl. Like I used to work with this girl, right? So I'm 49. This is during my time of silence, right? During my time of silence. So I went to work with this, and I was working with these girls that would go out all the time. It was like 3 of them, and they would go out all the time. And I would, I was just, quiet. I'm just coming, to that job, and I'm real quiet, laid back. And they were always talking, right? Always talking around me, talking about what they going out. They would take breaks, long breaks, go shopping, get this and that and the third, right? And I'm just chill. So if at the time I was like 47, like 47-ish. And they probably was like in their early, like 43, 44, 45, something like that. So, and they was, this is maybe like 2023. So I was just one of those, and then, I am losing weight, but I was just like starting to pick up weight and just would go to work. And remember I told y'all during my time of silence, I would just go to work, come home very quiet, stay in the office. And there was this girl, she was always talking about this, her friend that didn't work there. Like, y'all gotta meet my friend. Like, she would just brag on this girl, like this girl was everything, right? And I would be around them, but never talking. And she, you so quiet. You need to go out. You don't go out. You should go. I was like, no, I don't go. You never been out. You never went out. And I'm not telling them, they, who are they? I'm like, no, I haven't been out in years. I don't go out no more. And mind you, this is all going on with me, right? With the surveillance and stuff. But I'm like, these girls, I'm not going to sit here and tell these girls, oh yeah, girl, I used to go out. I used to be, that's not me. I'm not that type of person, but right? So check this out, y'all. This is so crazy. So she was telling her other friends, bringing on to her, me and my homegirl going out, and we talk about this certain girl all the time. When I tell you, I'm like, whoever this girl is, more power to her, because she got a good friend. So one day she said, let me get to that part. So one day she said, so Thanksgiving was coming up. And even when, family and friends come over, I still wasn't telling them about what's going on with me. So, but I'm gonna get there. So, she was like, well, what you doing for, she would ask me stuff like, what you doing for Thanksgiving, what you doing for Christmas, and all that stuff. I'm like, having family and friends over. So she was like, she said, hold on, this, and when her girlfriend called her, her homegirl called her, she was so far, this my homegirl, and she's like, girl, my homegirl just brought a Jag, a little Jaguar, right? And I'm like, okay. I said, I got a cousin that a homegirl, but we was so close, we called each other cousins, right? I said, I got a cousin that drive a Jaguar. So she was like, kind of like looked at me up and down, right? She kind of like looked at me up and down, like, oh yeah, I think this is a different person. She, like looking at me as if, you know, like, no, this girl wouldn't be with you, you know, like so listen, right? Do the girl, you still on? Because if you is, she probably cracking up and she know the story really well. So the girl on the job goes and say, no, I don't think. I said, oh, okay. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. I'm just saying, I just know somebody who got, you know where I'm going with this, right? That's not doing to giving a hard. I said, okay, no problem. I just know a girl that got a cousin of mine, but she not really my cousin. We just knew we best friends, right? We was best friends, right? And so, and she was like, she said, no, I don't think you know her. And the girl was a little younger than, this girl that I call my best friend, obviously, because we grew up together, whatever, and was best friends. And, she still hip, fly, go out and stuff, had fun. And she met her, and, they met each other from working, So she holla, my friend. So she put her friend on speaker. I said, is her real name so-and-so? She was like, yeah. So this was she hung up. I ain't even getting that conversation. She hung up. I said, is her real name so-and-so? She said, yeah. She said, why you know her? How you know her? I said, ask her, do she know me? She just stared at me, right? I said, okay, ask her, do she know me? So that's all I said. She was like, all right, I'm gonna call her right now because thinking she gonna be like, yeah, I know her. She was like, she called her while I was there, and it was almost time for us to go home. Next day, she came running to me like, oh my goodness, so-and-so told me all about you. Oh my good, why you never told me? Why you never told me you was that girl? So, I was still talking to the girl because, mind you, it was like, this was February. She was just over my house on Thanksgiving and Christmas. Though we not as, we were best friends growing up, she still hang out. I don't no more. So, then it just gradually we stopped talking now, right? But around this time, we wouldn't talk like that, but she coming over for Christmas and Thanksgiving, one of those ones, right? So I talked to, that girl, the one that I grew up with, and I said, yo, this girl looks up. What the heck you do to her? She looks up to you. She said, she just look up to me. You just one of them younger girls that just admire an older girl. She said, but this is my thing. She said, and if she would ever see them two know she wasn't talking about her. She said, but this is my thing. This is what got me frustrated. When I was telling her who you was and the type of person you is, she didn't believe me. She said, I had to go and show this girl pictures of you. Y'all, don't judge the book by its cover. Don't judge the book by its cover. And I don't know what maybe this is a lesson, because I don't know what made me talk about this story, right? Made me talk about this story. I don't know. But y'all, don't judge the book by its cover. Like, even look at how I first came to y'all. And I came to y'all because, and like I said, yeah, I love the Dollar Tree, and I go to Goodwill, all my pictures of the Goodwill, but at the same time, I like nice things. I'm just a girl who loves bargain, but I love nice things too. But in that moment when these girls met me, I was just very, going through my time of silence, spending time with God. And, that's why I said, and eventually, me and the girl that I grew up with was like this. Everything just, gradually, so, but I'm gonna just say my best friend so you can know them apart. She was very upset that she said she had to go and show this girl pictures because everything she was saying about me or how I used to be, she didn't believe. She did not believe. She did not believe. She was like, girl, what shoes? Like these shoes we wear, girl, what? She did not believe. And that, I never got close with her. I never got close with her. And y'all know, if this girl that she talked highly of me, she was wanting to be under me and wanting to be my friend. But I just kept her from a distance. You know what I mean? Like, the fact that my homegirl guy showed you pictures of how I used to be and then came to me, why you never told me? Why you never told me you was that girl and you was, had it going on at what? Like, she's like, Shanika, I saw your pictures. Like, so-and-so showed me your pictures. She said, and girl. So yeah, that's just and when like I said, when I came to y'all in the beginning, I just wanted to be relatable. Yeah, the teacher, that's how I am around the house. Y'all know, but when my time of going out and having fun, like I always, made sure, I looked nice and stuff like that, but I don't know, maybe I hope, saying all that to say, and I don't know what made me bring this topic up, but thanks to my therapist, I don't see a therapist. If y'all know my story, y'all know my story. She the one suggests, start showing them, stop being at your kitchen table. Start showing them different parts of your house. Start sitting in your furniture, behind your furniture, but just do a tour of your house. Like just show these people, put on, clothes that you would wear if you would go out or go out to eat, and I thank her for that. And, yeah, y'all get y'all a therapist. Get y'all a therapist. Because it was her idea, but I was coming to y'all like who I really am with no makeup, no makeup on my face, at the kitchen table, t-shirts on, that I wear around the house, when I'm watching TV, sweatpants might got a stain on it, but she told me, she said, stop. Show them different parts of your house. Show them the type of person you are, right? So that's why why I start, looking like, as she say, look like something when you get in front of the camera. But yeah, so that image when y'all saw me at the kitchen tables, that's the image, and y'all know I don't wear makeup when I go to work and stuff like that. I guess that's the image she saw. And she was just like blown away. The same person that she talk about Holly, that same person was talking about me to her. Like, girl, you don't know who's standing in front of you. One of those type, right? So that was just a story. Never judge the book by its cover. Yeah, but I don't know what made me bring that up. I don't know. Oh, and so yesterday, guys, y'all know yesterday wasn't my best, and I wasn't even expecting to cry. Though when I was on the phone with the nurse and I was hearing a back and forth with the little cute boy. Y'all, I'm telling y'all, I had went to adoptions. I had went to adoption classes. I got my license to adopt. I may do that. And what made me go, I went back in 2019, just before the pandemic, right? Because I'm like, my daughter got so big, my nephew got so big, I want to raise. And I probably do that. After hearing that little boy, y'all, that melted my heart. When he was like, my mama, she came to your house, my mama working DoorDash. Oh my goodness. And I didn't mean to cry though when I was seeing the interaction back and forth with him and the nurse. I got teary-eyed when he was like, oh gosh, blessings to that lady. I owe my little gift right in our day. And I let her know, like, the fact that you donate to other kids, we're not going to go there, but blessings to that whole family. And, yeah, so I was like, oh, I probably adopt. I probably look for those license papers and go and adopt. I want to raise a boy. I want to raise a boy. So yeah, I got those adoption papers in 2019. I probably, if I do go, and go through with it, I probably would have to go to like a re-up play. I don't know if the license expired or what, but I took it in 2019. It was like a 2-month class or something like that, 2-3 days a week. But yeah, that little boy melted my heart. So yeah, that, and y'all know, I told y'all, I'm one of those ones who will have a bit. Yeah. Did I talk about that and stop? Well, if I did, we back on the subject. So I'm one of them ones, guys, that if I'm having a bad day, it was always from somebody that my loved ones. Like, I never, like, it was always hearing something bad about a loved one, right? So yeah, I did. I was talking about this story. See how good God is. He brought me back around to it. And so yeah, yesterday wasn't my best because with my cousin, and then hearing that story, and then hearing that awesome strong mother working at DoorDash, and then got a sick oldest child at home, and then worrying about other kids, giving other kids gloves, like, right, donating to schools every month. But it just, that really made me, teary-eyed. And like, again, we're human. Even though I said my therapist had told me to do something that she told me to do something that would be helpful, so I can get in front of y'all and talk and be, and not worry about the demonic souls that's watching me, and not worry about who's watching me. And I think since that time I talked to her to now, I think I'm doing awesome, right? I think I'm doing awesome, right, guys? So she had told me something to do. And yeah, I just want to share with y'all. Y'all know I like sharing. I'm not one of those ones that hold anything back. Y'all know, even with the YouTubers, I give my YouTuber people shouts out. And I'm starting to hear a lot of these people give shouts out, right? I want to shout out this channel, shout out that channel. And don't get me wrong, I know I'm somebody, y'all, watching from a distance. Right? Let's watch it from a distance, right? I know, but I was the first one, guys, was doing that. I wasn't and I be watching YouTube. These people was not doing it. I said, what? I just started a trend. Look at me. I said, because, guys, these people, I'm hearing a lot. Oh, I want to give a shout out. I'm like, these people was not doing it. And shout out to all of them, right? Well, not all of them, because let me tell y'all something. I don't know. People are so weird. I comment, and y'all know I don't comment nothing bad. And I really do comment because I know, I just be feeling like I don't be wanting people to, the people to, the YouTubers to be feeling like, oh, she just want clout. So I really do. Guys, it hurt me to my heart. It hurt me to my heart when I commented on a video on Impressive channel, right? And she deleted it. It hurt me to my heart because she is somebody that seems so normal. So, and that goes to show, guys, they know who I am. These people know who I am, and they know my story. Like, what was guys? And that comment. Last time I commented under somebody else's page was and it didn't even hurt me with that because I unsubscribed to him. What is his name? The truth is, I commented under that, but this was months ago, right? He deleted my comment, so I'm like, okay, I get it. I'm somebody that, like, maybe they don't want no parts of me on their channel. They don't want me to come on their channel. I don't know what it is, right? But he sounded he a Mexican or whatever. So I was just like, oh, wow. And it wasn't nothing bad. Y'all know they got my IP address. They follow everything I do. They would love for me to just be on here being, mean or disrespectful to somebody. And it was something responding, with him. This was months ago, guys. With him, it was me telling him, hey, I just, because his channel, if y'all know, and I don't even care. Y'all can go, I'm not like that, never been. That's why I said, guys, nobody gonna ever say Shanika was a hater. Never. Look, he deleted my comment, and I'm still giving him. And what happened was, because his channel is about the industry, and I've been following him. I just saw follow him once I came back, 10/10/24, because and around the time I made the documentary, I said, hey, I made this documentary, could you watch it? And I put the link in his comment, deleted it. I said, people are so freaking weird, man. But Impressive hurted me. I commented on her, because it was something. It wasn't even bad. I was correcting somebody. It wasn't showing no hate to a celebrity, because I don't do that. I talk about it on my channel. I don't go on somebody else's channel and talk about or go under there bashing anybody. No, it's on. Well, now I don't even say my channel, on this channel. So it was something somebody said. It wasn't even. They weren't talking about nobody. I forget what it was, guys. This was maybe 2 months ago. And I went back, because people was liking, right? People was liking. I was getting the likes, notification. I said, wow, let me go in there and see how many people liked my comment. Within 3 hours, that thing was deleted so quick. So that goes to show they know who I said, these people, man. And you know what I mean? This is what they say when you hear about the movie Leave the World Behind. The Obamas did, the y'all Democrat leaders did. You see how he did Leave the World Behind? He put his money up. Michelle put that money up. Like I told y'all months ago, and if y'all go on The Truth Is, he just did a video about it today. But I talked about that movie months ago. I said, y'all, that movie was not made for just to be making. That movie was made for a reason. That movie was made for a reason, guys. So when I saw, The Truth Is pop up, and again, I'm not subscribed to them, but again, these people that, and I didn't even watch it, because I used to watch people, if you subscribe to somebody and you unsubscribe to them, they're going to still eventually come up, So he came up, and I seen where he did a video on, I don't watch him no more, but I do see his videos, and I said, look I talked about this months ago, but the fact that, and I wasn't upset when he deleted I just like, hey, but the Impressive deleted it, like that black woman, and then you really can't find no pictures of her, but after that, I went looking for, I said, how this girl look, because she never, you hear, she's one of them non-biased ones, so when she talk about something, she ain't taking up for nobody. So I said, let me see how this girl look after she deleted my comment, and I'm like a black natural hair sister. Look at that. That's why I said, man, all skin folk ain't your kin folk. What was I wasn't disrespectful. I don't go around comment like I don't think I ever. And if I did, I don't remember. So I'm going to say that, because I probably commented back in the day when before all this happened, right? So I don't know. But, yeah, like I said, that movie, when Julia Roberts threw her phone and was like, oh, I can't stand, like the internet had her like really not liking people. I understand that, I said, that's why you gotta stay prayed up. You gotta say the word, because this world will make you cold, man. It will make you cold. You gotta stay prayed up. But I want to say, the two people, they, not only did they respond to me, but they liked it. And this was before, I just never forgot that, right? This was before, because, back then, even before all this was happening, it was a big deal for me. I'm like, wow, they see and I had commented from Flowers. This channel was Flowers and Jelly, right? And I was like, wow, they see that this channel is a channel that's, you know, making videos too, and they liked and they comment, and one of them even retweeted, took my comment and promoted it on their Twitter because they sell stuff. Was Natural 85. Not only I left a comment, told her about a product. She seen that I had a channel, and again it was Flowers and Jelly at the time. None of this was going on with me, and she took it and retweeted it on her Twitter. I was like, that was so cool. And the other one is she don't even make videos no more. Daytime Tea Time. She retweeted one of my comments, so shout out to them. And back then I was making videos, and you know they was showing, you know, they showed my channel love because they could have deleted it too, because I see how just conniving and evil and hateful people is. Where they do that at? Man, they do that at. I'm one of the ones, like I said, I was coming on here promoting, shouting out people, retweeting that, still retweeting that, you know, and then the fact that Impressive deleted my comment, and it wasn't nothing hateful. It wasn't even nothing about, it was, dang, I wish I knew, it wasn't even nothing about disrespecting nobody, and it was months ago, right? I was just like, wow. I was like, wow. And so that goes to show these people know me. These people know me. That's sad. And let me say, that movie, that's why I said, y'all gotta watch Leave the World Behind, because that movie is the truth, and it's meaning behind it. The government knew what they was doing, guys. When they made that movie, they knew what they was doing. They knew that social media is, you gotta think, guys, it's so many different personalities. It's so, like, you can just turn. Back then, we used to go outside, and you know, we was outside. Like my brother said, these kids ain't outside. They talking about outside. No, we was outside. I said, bro, go, don't start it. Don't get me pumped. He said, no, we was outside. They don't know the meaning of outside. I said, huh, man. But the government knew what they was doing, guys, when they took and made this social media, because there's so many personalities. And like somebody said, the bishop, Pastor Philip, he said they gave fools got platforms, fools, and people follow them. Fools. People, you can't even tell the good people from the bad people. Long as they got a following, they're important. You see how this social media work? And it will start having you where you can't stand people. I be like, sometimes I be like wanting to, and sometimes, you know, before I get on and you know, before I go and pray, I need to stop doing it out, you know, or spend time with, you know, my Lord. I'll stroll real quick, social media, right? And I'll get off agitated, and I gotta stop doing that. But it got to the point where, so should I delete all this stuff? Not, of course, here. No, not here. You know, more, to be honest, more of Instagram. You know, more of Instagram. It's just become like, so I feel Julia Roberts when she threw her phone and was like, I can't stand people. But, you know, it makes you wonder when, you know, with what is Obama and them hiding? Y'all VP. I mean, y'all vice, you know, I'm president, you know, former president, and y'all former first lady. What is that message? You know, it really makes you think. You know, it really makes you think. But y'all gotta stay prayed up. And like I said, I really believe if they do another president, if they elect somebody else after this, I don't believe it's going to. If I believe it's going to be one more election. Y'all see my flower? Remember I told y'all. Let me show y'all. Remember I told y'all that when it snowed, on one of my lives I said, if it snow, I'm ready for I'm ready for to do some, you know, DIYs. Well, I had got this, guys. Let me see. That's right. I had got this, mind you, this whole, I seen this on, so I seen this thing on something like this on Wayfair, right? For $100 and some dollars. Guess how much this thing is, right? This whole thing. You ready? And matter of fact, it was over $100. Guess how much this thing is. Now, I took a picture of this because I remember I told y'all I did a DIY. I got this from the Goodwill. I got this vase from the Goodwill. This vase is only $5. It was rusty, old, and brown, right? Like wood and brown. I spray painted it. And then I got these from the Dollar Tree. I told y'all, don't sleep. Don't sleep on the Dollar Tree. I got these from the Dollar Tree and the rocks. So the rocks was $1. The fake grass was $1. These was $1. These was $1. So 1, 2, 3. Cause y'all, I gotta count. Cause I be buying so much stuff. When I leave out of this, I go in there for one thing. Y'all know I told y'all since Twitter days, like I had to brush my teeth constantly. It's not. Some people say it's OCD. I don't think so. I just brush my teeth every time I eat gum, you know what I mean, food and anything, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this was under $20. Yeah, something that I seen on Wayfair for, and don't get me wrong, the one on Wayfair was much narrower, but was smaller, like narrow. It wasn't like bulky like this, but yeah. Thing under $20, and the one on Wayfair was like $150. So yeah, this be my DIYs. I told y'all I like doing DIYs, so I made this myself. Told y'all I like doing stuff like this. This will keep me calm. And one day, matter of fact, when I call, and that's why my therapists always say, you know, you should, and y'all know I love my fresh flowers. This go everywhere I go. So in the morning I take it, bring it downstairs in the kitchen. I read with this in front of me with a candle. Before I go to, you know, when I go to bed, I take it upstairs, and I just like having fresh flowers around. Always been that girl. But what I was getting ready to say, yeah, so remember I told you I called her in 2021 when all that was going on. I'm like, you know, what's going on? I'm sure people love it. You know, they not, you know, they not being respectful of it. Oh, my rock fell. But I get it. So I was, where was I at? Because it was something she said. It was so long ago. It was in 2021. But she was like, what is that behind you? And I said, oh, I got this from the Goodwill. It was a picture, but I'm trying to figure which picture it was. And I wasn't even living here then. She was like, what picture is that? Is so pretty. And then when I told her I got it from the Goodwill, she like hit the floor. She said, what? That's why she say show things around the house, you know. So just so y'all can get my person. She was like, really? You got that from the Goodwill? I said, yeah, but I just painted it. Y'all, I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all what I be doing, and that's what I like doing. You know, I like doing DIYs, and yeah. So that's why she said that's why she always say show people your personality. And again, before I forget, so guys, remember I told y'all something. Oh, somebody say your videos is really inspiring. Are you serious? Oh my goodness. Thank you. Oh wow. And I feel like I'm rambling. But before I forget, guys, so yeah, I've always been that girl who just loves, I'll spread it. I don't care. I will tell people it don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing. For instance, I'm not going, because I don't want people to be thinking whatever. I was going to say, I don't want people to be thinking bragging. But I was just ready to tell y'all something that I did. Um, yeah, but I don't, because I'm just not this type of girl. But what I'm trying to say is, I will spread the word. Somebody stop me. What kind of perfume you got on? Or even here, how I be sharing, shouting people out. This stuff don't, like, I can't believe people, but I guess some people feel like they worked hard for their subscribers, and it hurted me when Impressive did that. I'm like, I thought so highly of her. I thought of her as being prestige. That's why I said being on here will really make you hate people, and that's why I'm so glad that I know how to distance. I know how not, and I won't say hate people, but dislike people. But when I said hate, because it made me think of leaving the world behind, right? Being on social media will really make you dislike people, because that really hurted me, and I didn't tell y'all about it. I think I did come on my live and was like, I didn't say who I was, but I wasn't really shocked with, the truth is when he deleted my link to my, and again, I don't go promoting my channel to everybody or my documentary. He was one of the ones who talk about this stuff. So I'm like, okay, well maybe he deleted it. I wasn't shocked because he sound like he don't even sound black, but the fact that Impressive, and I got like 4 likes, and I was like, oh, people like it. Please. I went back within an hour. That thing was deleted so quick. I said, that is just disgusting. Like, girl, I do not want your million of subscribers. This stuff don't mean nothing to me. Like, social media is not everybody goal. And like I told y'all guys, if this wasn't happening to me, y'all wouldn't know who I am. I was done with it. Like I told you, I seen people stealing my videos, stealing my Umar Johnson videos, doing whole concepts of taking everything. I was seeing it. I didn't care. I just wanted to go away because I knew this wasn't a real world. And everybody always said, like no, this is not real. This social media stuff, and I went back in the real world. I didn't feel like I was a loser. Now I would feel like I'm a loser if I just stopped conquering this to see what's going on with the stalking, harassing, and bullying. That would be a loser. You see what I'm saying? But because I'm in the real world. But getting off of social media, no, I'm not. Please, like this is not everybody's life, and everybody be wanting this stuff. Who was that just texted me? I thought I put do not disturb. But yeah, this not everybody. I mean, you know what I mean? Like everybody ain't it's not everybody's life. But some people go the bat for it. They would delete your comment. Like I've never been that type of girl. Never. I don't understand people. People will go crazy over their channels. But before I forget, so remember I was telling y'all about how so y'all saw I was on live yesterday, and like I told y'all, yesterday was not the best for me because my cousin really upset at me. Like now my uncle is buried and don't nobody know how he passed away like that. Just like so, and I could have took that live down. I wanted it to stay up because I wanted, like, people, we're human, guys. It's okay. But I will say I have been doing very great with my lives. I know they're on. I know they're watching. I don't care. I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up. I got the support. Y'all know my family. We so close. That's why I want to stay on that Shirley Ryan's video, because that's what they. Just wait till I put the video out. I know I keep saying I'm gonna do the finishing touches, and this goes to show, guys, this is not me. This is not my world. Y'all have no idea. Like what? And people. And look, like I told y'all, I could have been monetized. They don't even want to monetize me. Literally, y'all know I got enough watch hours, enough videos, enough subscribers. Every time I be like at literally at 5-6 points, I'll go to sleep, wake up, it's all the way back down. Like right now, it say I gotta get 3,000 points, right, to be monetized. Why they took it down to 1,019. So I gotta work. So it's nothing. I don't, this stuff that I'm not here for that. I'm here to put my truth out there, let the world know, let America know what's going on with me, and get some answers. But before I forget, guys, what I want to tell y'all is, so remember, I kept telling y'all, I'm going to tell y'all what my therapist said again. I don't see a therapist. If anybody new here, I don't see a therapist. You got to sit and watch all my lives, because if you miss one of my lives, you miss a lot. I be talking about some stuff, and everything I talk about, people, I mean, it's just crazy. But yeah, so before I forget, so I don't see a therapist. You gotta watch my lives. If you're here from all my lives, and you know my story. And the last time I talked to her, and she told me something to get right. I told you I was gonna share. See, y'all, and I only got 3 likes. How many? I want to do it, girl. You still on? Because if you still on, how many people is show on? Because I got 3 likes, and I just be showing. Look, I told them what to get. I told them get this. If they drink, if they used to sodas and want to stop drinking sodas, I be just giving them stuff. Do it, girl. You still on? That girl probably went to sleep. It's only 11 o'clock. That girl done went to sleep. Let me say, if she ain't going out nowhere, she will go to sleep. She goes to sleep early. She ain't got nothing to do. She ain't hanging out. And I thought she was supposed to go out with her homegirl. Well, her close friend birthday was her close friend birthday was yesterday. They supposed to, and I don't know. But yeah, she probably went to sleep. But see, I only got it's showing I got 3 likes. I was going to say how many people is on, because it's showing me just one person on. But I ain't no hater. I ain't no hater. Like them press the channel, either delete them out. I was so hurt behind me. I'm like, they people just. I keep them in prayer. God be just saying, God, keep me near the cross. Keep me near the cross, because it just. Let's see. I'm gonna just go ahead and tell y'all and share some great things. So if you was like me, somebody who, like, if y'all watched one of my lives, when I got on my Nike jacket when I was in Philly, and I was telling y'all that my therapist was telling me, and for anybody who like me that get nervous because they know somebody watching them, or anything, or cry a lot because, get very emotional and all over the place and communicating, right? Yeah, more like a communicator, right? So, y'all ready? This is what she told me to do when it's very uncomfortable, guys. So it's very, very uncomfortable. Once you get used to it, okay? Once you get used to it, it's not gonna hurt no more. But when I first got these things, I was like, oh my goodness, and I wear socks for something great, show y'all. And my feet ain't this big. I just got a big, I think, let me see this. These are, they don't come in size 5, 6, 7, 8. They come in small, medium, and large. My feet not this big, but I wear socks with them, and I do this every morning, and stay in them as long as you can. You ready? These is what I walk in. I used to walk in. I don't even walk in no more. So guys, they must curd it, right? So these is what I walk in, and they call I got them from Amazon. I forgot how much they was. By River. So if you can ready to do a speaking engagement, And go on Amazon, they'll tell you what they do. So if you're ready to do a speaking engagement, you get ready to go over your boyfriend house and meet his mother, and you know you nervous, you know what I mean, and you don't want to anything, right? You're gonna go out for a date for the first time with a guy, and you gonna be nervous. Wear this during the day. Wear this before you go out. So when I first got it, I would just wear it in the morning. So I put that, be by my bed. I get up, wash my face, brush my teeth, come downstairs, wham, make my coffee, and sit down. So that's, you don't have to wham for a long time. The longer you can wham, the better. But I will wham every day, and I haven't even worn for a while. But look up the great things it do for your body, for your nervous system, and get rid of anxiety if you have it. If you have it, I don't. It just so much stuff it do. So. Stop my crying. I know they're watching. I'm here. What? They still. God is going to. And like I told y'all guys. So yeah, get your. Those. That's just what she said. So, this is what she said. Get that. Feel like I'm doing a good job. It makes you feel relaxed. Yeah. So, yeah. So, y'all can't never say, look, y'all be learning over here. Y'all be learning about new stuff, under eye creams, all that stuff, right? I've just been that girl. I've never been that type that didn't want nobody else to have. Always been that girl. So, yeah, that's what she told me, and that's what I did, and it's very good. It really, I mean, when I first got it, I wasn't even putting them on. I kept them on for 2 minutes. Them things hurted. And then it say, in the comments, people suggested, in the reviews, people suggested that you walk with socks on. So anything, it just helps. It helps with anxiety. It helps calm your nerves, even though I don't have anxiety. But it just helps with all that. Look up what it do. It relaxes your muscles. It helps relax your nerves. It gives you straight posture. I mean, they're amazing. So that was the secret she told me. So you guys got $180 lesson for free. I meant a therapy session for free, because that was one of the things she told me to do. Yeah, guys, so I am getting ready to go. I see nobody didn't watch my Allie Carter. It's a lot. That's why I said real discretion is advised. It is a lot. It is a lot. And the fact that girl came from the fact that Allie Carter came from the foster system, which not surprising to me, guys. Not surprising to me. Let me tell you, that's why I said, if you have been around long enough, you're going to know some stories. I knew early 90s, I knew a lady, right? She dead and gone and not around no more, couldn't have kids, right? She started adopting boys, right? And she got them out there to hustle. Got them boys, they was all hustling, making money. They called them the foster boys. They was the foster boys, but she did good by them. But the fact that was their secret. And don't get me wrong, I guess, she was doing so well by them. They wasn't nobody to play with either. They were known for the foster boys, right? But that's just say when you look at, and I'm one of them, my age, hey, you see my brother, what's up, man? What's up, yo? I'm 15, he's 15. He was the youngest out of here, like 8 of them. Get them and just mold them and go have them out there, making money, for her or whatever. But I wouldn't even say for her, because they was well known you know, well known or whatever. You know, this is 90, 91, but yeah, man, and she wasn't even from here. She was in D. She was born and raised in D.C. All of them was from D.C. She wanted to change, move them down here to Maryland. They wasn't even from here. They was from D.C. So when I hear Ellie Carter's story, how she was in a foster care and a foster system let her down, it's not shocking to me. It's not, because I seen it, you know. I'm like, and then when I mean, like I said, in that moment, you know, I'm not, oh, they the foster boy, they get, you know, like they got money and they, you know, the mother, you know, she passed away, whatever. Like the mother, you know, everybody, you better not play with their mother. You better not even look at their foster mother. You better not even look at their foster mother. Like they was well respected boys. Don't know where none of them at, because again, a lot of these people I knew from just being a sister of brothers, you know. So don't even know where all of them at today. But the fact that the system, the foster care system, let Ellie Carter down, and guys, you gotta understand that this girl was in a foster home since 4 years old, and like she said, you gotta go Ellie Carter Army, Ellie Carter Army.com. Look up her website. Just look up Ellie Carter website, and then she give it to you. Google, she give it to you. The fact that a system such as the foster care failed her. You see what I'm saying? They supposed to protect her. They failed her. They was the ones who gave her up to the underground. And then when you hear the story, it's so sad that the foster care system is in with it too. You know what I mean? Like, that is horrible. So people like Ellie Carter, hearing her story, and y'all know I told her, I found her a few weeks ago when I told y'all, right? And it just blows me to know that this girl was failed by the system like that, but this is America. And when I hear her story, like that lady, and I was trying to find her YouTube, her Instagram, to put her, the one who, you know, broke the story. She's in a video of Ellie Carter that I posted. I cannot find the person who showed it to me edited like that, because it was longer. So I wish I knew her, and I've seen it so many times, and I think I even posted her on my short, on a short of mine a few years ago when I first started. So yeah, I wish I knew her name so I can put her, you know, give her props under that video. But the fact that the system failed Ellie Carter, and she's telling the story, guys. She's telling the story, and she was telling the story since 2019. And the fact that one day I woke up and she was everywhere. It's not a coincidence, guys. It's not a coincidence. This stuff is being put in our face. The fact that it's Underground Railroad. Underground Railroad. Guys, do y'all understand? And I know the Underground Railroad was not literally underground. That was what they called it. But Harriet Tubman or whatever. But guys, remember I told y'all early on in my lives that these celebrities are they building their house. I said not even know. Guys, not even knowing. I be talking in my lives and I be like, man, I be on and stuff. Remember I said, y'all, go on Amazon, get y'all, stop supporting these celebrities. They don't care. What you need to get sitting behind concert tickets, because they just building their bigger home, building their underground bunks and underground homes. Remember I said this, not even thinking it's literally a world down there. And when I take a deeper dive and go away from Ellie Carter and look at other stories of other people, it's really true. It's really true. And then when I sit back, when I was first taking it all in with Ellie Carter or whatever, I was just like, it took a lot out of me, because you know what I thought about? I thought about my nephew when he went missing for them few days, right? I'm like, oh my goodness, thank God. It's an underground world. Like, I keep saying Underground Railroad. It's an underground world with different levels. Like I told y'all, not just Ellie Carter saying that. And yes, I believe this black woman. And you see how the foster kid just gave her up like that. But Malcolm X said, the most disrespected woman in America is a black woman. She's the that's what he was talking about. I am who he's talking about. The fact that they can just think they can just follow me with big white men and men follow me. Y'all, it's real. It's real. When Malcolm X was saying that, he was talking about Allie Carter's of the world, where the foster system failed her, gave her up to those underground people, just giving Biden, Biden, oh gosh. And then somebody said, why him? Oh, she lied. Why would she lie about him? She could have said anybody. Him? Come on, I believe her. And there wasn't nobody, when you go on, well, the comment was not on my channel, but in the actual video, right? Nobody but the government that's trying to distract people, trying to make people think. Don't believe that. That lady is telling the truth. This is who Malcolm X was talking about. Did I say, no, I said Malcolm X. This is who Malcolm X is talking about when he said the black woman is the most disrespected woman in America. I am who Malcolm X was talking about, okay? And it makes me think, when I heard her story, it made me think of funky, nasty, stinky Megan. God forgive me. God forgive me. Because you guys gotta understand. Look at it from my perspective. Look at it from a woman, a regular girl who know that you can respect yourself, who taught her child to respect herself, who taught the younger girls in the family how to respect themselves. So you know it can be done. So that's why you have zero tolerance for these nasty women of the industry. And don't get me wrong, I say a lot of them come in normal, regular, just wanting that fame, and then they see where they gotta sell their soul to keep it, and that's where things take a left. But if you know, you know. Megan was always a nasty person. But before I forget my point, because what I'm saying, she always was a nasty person because she. Remember, her best friend said she was sleeping with her mother's boyfriend, her dead mother's boyfriend, and then the fact that she said, like, that's your homegirl, that's your girl. Like, all these penises out here? Really? And you want your best friend penis? Get out of here, man. These women, and that's why I said I don't care. I don't care. I don't respect them. Okay? I don't. And why I'm bringing her up, because remember, when Rock Nation, and this was my time, I was rooting for him too. I remember I was rooting for, and I was really pissed when she got on SNL and did that performance and said, protect black women. But at the time, I was still a huge Jay-Z and Beyonce's fan. So I'm like, I know she and her came, so she wasn't getting straight bullets. So I just kept my mouth shut on the strength for them. But looking, so hearing Allie Carter's story makes me think. Remember that nasty Jezebel, fishy woo woo? She like these girls. I don't know if it's the BBL, if their fake look that they got, but they all look like they smell like fish. I'm sorry. You know, they all look like they stink to me, and I guess because they look so fake and funky. But remember, guys, when Rock Nation had Megan to get up here, get on SNL, right? And talk about protect black women, when the whole Tory Lanez, trying to make him look bad, when they was trying to make him look bad. And she kept saying, Protect black women. Protect black women on SNL. Remember that? Remember that? Black women is the most disrespected in America. Girl, how dare you? How dare you? He was not talking about you. Malcolm X was not talking about Megan Thee Stallion or no woman like Megan that goes around and sleep around with men. Get and cry and say, no, I never had sex with him. And knowing you did, he was not talking about you, girl. Protect black women. Black women are most disrespected. Remember that SNL bull crap? That's what Rock Nation told her. Go on that hobo tour. Go on that tour. Because they know us black women is so sympathetic. They know us black women, we will support you so quick. I even had to ask somebody one day, this is years ago, right? I said, why? And I was starting to get annoyed by it, right? I said, why when I'm at the market or at a store and it's a man, right? A man asking for money, right? Or at a gas station, whatever, and they asking for money. And they say, and I be observing them, right? I be observing them. Even before I sit in my car for a while, just observing. You know, I like this before all this is happening. I'm an observer. My oldest brother told me this. You know, circle around the block 3 times. It's just men stuff, right? So I sit in the parking lot of anywhere, gas station, anywhere, just observe. That person, and I won't say a bum, you know, probably somebody on hard times or whatever, will not ask nobody for money. But soon as I come out the car, excuse me, miss, you got $5, you got some change? I'm like, why me? And I had to ask somebody that. And I ain't gonna lie, I asked my daughter. I said, it make me, and she said, Ma, that's because they know us black women are very sympathetic. They very sympathetic. She said, I even have it was a tweet, Instagram post, and it got hundreds and thousands of likes, right? And it was a Mexican woman, right? And it said, I told my son, if he ever get lost, go to the first black woman you see. Isn't that powerful? My daughter told me that. I said, are you serious? She said, yes. And it got hundreds and thousands of likes. She said, I told my son, if he ever get lost, go to the first black woman he see. That speaks volumes. She said, so Mom, it's not that they demand, because I'm like, do I look like I take care of men? Like what? She said, no. She said, I'm sure he asked other black women that came there, that comes to whoever, at the gas station or at the store, when he just waiting to see a black woman. He seen you, and he asked you because they feel comfortable. They know black women is going to support. They know black women is going to help. So I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, isn't that powerful? I forgot about this. She told me this. This is wild, a long time ago. She said that she said it was a post that came. She said, and I liked it. She said that post said, she said, I told my son when we first came to America, if you ever get lost, go to the first black woman you see. And I would say woman. But yeah, I was very annoyed. Like why they always asking me? I could be sitting over there, I don't ask nobody. But yeah, she said because it's something about a black woman, and not black in complexion, obviously not black in complexion. For the slow ones in the bed, just black in race, right? So yeah, that's just spoke volumes. But it just annoys me that people like Megan and Rock Nation and them put this whole hobo tour together, and she got on SNL, that big stage, which I don't even watch SNL. I've never, ever, this is me, never, ever watched SNL. that never was exciting to me. And plus, back in my day, that came on Saturday nights. Y'all know I went home. I was not home, but I never. But even in my older days, I tried to get into it. I never could, But I've never watched SNL. Isn't that crazy? But of course, when I was on Twitter, like because she did this when I was on Twitter a lot, and I seen it and I didn't like it. I didn't. I just like, wow, she really said that, like. But when I look, hearing Allie Carter's story, hearing and going through what I'm going through, Malcolm X was not talking about that just about. He wasn't talking about somebody who's loose. He wasn't talking about no loose female who gets on in front of the world and lie. No, I never. Did you ask if I had sex with Tory Lane? No, I had never had sex with Tory. Just lying. And like I told y'all, do I believe she got shot? No. I know somebody in the real world got shot. Wear a shoe size bigger, a size bigger shoe, a size bigger shoe. Can't stand for a long time. Aches and pains. Remember when she say she got shot? She was twerking in the hills with all them corn dogs on her feet. So do I believe she got shot? No. Nope. Because I know this is the real world. You see what I'm saying? I know people in the real world. I said, and I off top. I said, I'm going to be quiet because I know I was team Jay-Z and Beyonce, right? Team Mr. Weinstein, Mr. and Mrs. Harvey Weinstein, right? But yeah, man, I was just like, they made her do that, and like, wait, this girl, I know somebody who really got shot. They can't even stand up for a long time. They was about to get fired on their job. Well, this is back then. I don't even work there no more. They was about to get fired on their job. They had to get a letter from the doctor and say, because he kept taking a lot of breaks. And he had to get up and say he can't stand but for so many hours. So miss me with the bullcrap. A few days later, she was twerking, right? So I was really offended just now, like just recently watching Allie Carter's story, and you gotta go on her website to get everything, right? I mean, it's very hard to watch. So, and it just took me back there when she was bouncing around that stage. Someone protect black women, and we like, and not me, but a lot of women was like, yeah, protect black women, yeah. But not sitting and thinking like, why are you using that so loosely? You making a mockery of that true saying. Because he wasn't talking about, you got to respect yourself. That's what I was always told. That's what I told my daughter. Respect yourself. Respect yourself and that'll take you a long way. You see what I'm saying? But nobody looked at it like that. Nobody looked at it like, wait a minute, she talking about protect black women, and Malcolm X wasn't talking about somebody who sleep around who's a whore. Malcolm X wasn't talking about that. And I know, like I said, I was once there praising, Beyonce, Jay-Z, and I didn't even say nothing. I watched the performance on Twitter because, of course, they put it on Twitter. I never watched SNL, but when I watched that performance on Twitter, I was just like, I kept my mouth shut. But again, my mind wasn't in this place where it's at now, But no, he was, again, Malcolm X was not talking about you, Megan. He was not talking about a slutty woman who don't have respect for herself, who said it and admitted that she liked having sex. So what? I just like having sex. Y'all crucify me because I like having sex. Like, he wasn't talking about you. He was talking about women like Allie Carter. So that's what I wanted to say about that situation. And guys, I am ready to I'm ready to go. I'll be back, guys, once I get some type of response from the people I wrote, and I'll tell y'all who I wrote. But yeah, is there anything else I want to talk about? Oh yeah, guys, what's going on with Mr. Cinderella? Oh my goodness! I said, well, let me tell y'all. Let me tell y'all. Y'all know I eat once a day. I get my share of oxtail, but I just want his oxtail. I'm addicted to oxtails. I'm sorry. I'm addicted to oxtail. I am. And you know what? I just finally put all my food. Remember I told you I've been recording. I've been recording what I eat during the day, or what I drink during the day, and what I eat. But y'all, I probably won't get to that no time soon because it's a lot of it. Because I'm literally, and I'm gonna break it up, but I'm literally showing y'all my food and how I cook it. And I should call that oxtail video because I made so many oxtail but different styles. So curry oxtail from all types. I made like I baked oxtail, I cooked oxtail. So, but I recorded all of them, and I do want to put it together just to show y'all, you know, even from the beginning of when I first said, you know what, I want to. I felt uncomfortable on my live when I was over here at the kitchen table. I was like, I gotta do something. So, and remember I said by my 50th birthday, which I pretty much have 2 months, because my birthday is the end of April. I want to be 50 by 50. So, I'm doing good, guys. I'm doing good. I will tell y'all how much more I gotta lose, but I'm not. But yeah, but what started it for me when I was just like, I felt so uncomfortable. I just felt. Then I looked back at that video. I looked so tired. But y'all, get a colon hydrotherapy cleanse, and I think you get like 4 or 5 of them. I'm telling y'all, you will be shocked, and they let you see what come out without being too gross. Get that. And like the fact that I don't even feel hungry. Like my stomach used to growl. Like my stomach don't even growl, y'all. Growl. So I'm ready to go because it stopped. Oh, it's 2 hours. Oh yeah, let me get off of here. But my stomach don't even growl. But get y'all hydro and record it. I should show y'all my record. No, I ain't gonna do that. Y'all be unsubscribing. Ew. But yeah, that's what did it. And I don't even feel like my stomach don't even growl no more. So I'm gonna get ready to get off here, y'all. And thanks for tuning in. My daughter don't like my little car. Somebody said car chronicles. I like that. I probably start coming to y'all with my car in the car. That was so cute. But only got 4 likes. I'll take it. Thank you guys. My daughter is one of them. So 3 likes. And I appreciate y'all for coming through, like I said. And see, everything happened for a reason. Because I didn't have a good day yesterday. I wasn't at my best yesterday because of things that was coming at me far-wise other people's situations. So y'all know my cousin had really pissed me off, and then that little boy, how he just thinks so highly of his mother, and his mother, God bless her, ain't complaining. She just, getting it. Shout out to the black women of the world, the real, not the Hollywood ones, the ones that your people praise. No, not them. I know better. You know what I mean? But that wasn't my best, but I'm glad I did. So yesterday wasn't my best day, but I'm glad I did go live, because in that live, I was just like, wait a minute. They probably think I'm living in my car. I don't know. I hope y'all didn't think that. I hope people who follow me got a positive mind and think positive. And that's why I'm here. I said, well, let me go live so they can think that And then the day I didn't even feel like it. I'm like, oh, I don't feel like doing my hair. So I took the plaits out, blow dried my hair, did my hair, whatever. I'll put back on my hat tomorrow, Jacob. I'm just kidding. So, all right, guys, I am getting ready to go. And y'all be good. Y'all be safe. God bless y'all. And I'll see y'all soon. Ooh, my hands itch.